Love makes me treat you the way that I do. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? There's nothing too good for a girl that's so true. Gee, baby, ain't I good to you? I bought you a fur coat for Christmas, a diamond ring.
Hi folks, Dr. H here once again. This time with a video that's expressly designed just for music appreciation. In the original video that I sent, the one that was just out last week, that was sort of a blanket welcome to everyone and informative to all of the classes. This one is designed expressly for music appreciation. So let's get right to it. Let's talk about some things. First off, just to sort of recap what I already have discussed, the two sides to the story. There's the e-learning side and there's the online textbook side. So let's talk about those. First, let's look at e-learning. On e-learning, you're going to have the announcements, the course calendar, the syllabus, section modules and discussion topics, and your grades. All of these things are found on e-learning. Now, of those that I just listed, the announcements, course calendar, syllabus, section modules, discussion topics, and grades, of all of those, the one that is an assignment, the one that is counted as an assignment, is the discussion topics. Okay, that's the required thing. That's what you've got to do. That is the only assignment that you're going to find on e-learning. The other stuff that's on there is all useful information for you, and yes, you should view it. For example, the course calendar, that tells you when things are due. The various section modules will have date ranges on them and descriptions of what that section entails with your online text. There's also an online textbook link on e-learning. But, you know, just so you understand, the only assignment that you're going to find on e-learning is on in the discussion topics. That's it, okay? So now let's take a look at the online text. What you're going to find there, all of the assignments, all the rest of the assignments, the written assignments, the listening assignments, the reading assignments, the quizzes, the exams, all the listening, audio, video, that's all going to be on our online text. So it's extraordinarily important that if you have not purchased that access code yet, you get that right away. Let me also reiterate that you're not buying a paper text, right? You're buying an online textbook. And the only way to get to that is to buy that access code. You buy the access code, then you have to register the access code. So please understand that is the only way you're going to be able to access any of the other assignments, the majority of the assignments, in fact. Also, understand that all the assignments are required. There are no optional assignments. There's no superfluous reading or listening or anything like that. Everything that I assign is required, and that includes the discussion topics. So please understand, that's all written and reading assignments, all listening assignments, all the quizzes, all the exams, all the discussion topics. Those are all things that are required of you to do. Okay, then one last little item about grading. As I said a moment ago, you know, your online text also shows a grade that's not your overall grade. Your overall grade will be displayed to you on e-learning. And that's usually after a period of time when I've had the opportunity to observe what you've been doing. So I will be alerted every time you log on. I will know when you complete assignments, especially your online textbook assignments, because they'll be sent to me. You'll be submitting these written assignments to me directly. The discussion topics are ones that I just check on my own, but I will know if you've been logging on. I will know if you've been doing the assignments. So understand, again, my policy about grading is this. You don't have to do everything exactly 100% correct, okay? Let me say that again. You don't have to do everything exactly 100%. You just have to do it, okay? I do this for a number of reasons, but first of all, I just don't grade on exactness, on punctuation and grammar and factual stuff. I don't grade on that alone. I grade on effort and participation. Please understand this fact. If you do the work, you're going to get credit, okay? You're going to make an A. I mean, you've got an A. So please understand that fact about grading with me. If you don't do the work, you don't get the credit. You're not going to make an A. It's a simple, I don't know how to put it any more simply. Also consider this. Because this is an online text and an online course, we don't meet on a regular basis, so there is no attendance per se, okay? I don't take attendance by you showing up at a regular schedule. Here's where your attendance comes in. When you do these assignments, when you log on, when you participate in the discussion topics, when you submit your assignments, that is counted as your attendance. So if you don't turn in work, if you don't do assignments, you're not attending class, so you're not getting attendance credit. So please understand those distinctions. As always, if you have any questions about any of the material or any of the course at all, whether it's something on e-learning or whether it's something on our online text, don't hesitate to email me. I will work with you all I can. I will try to provide an answer for you as soon as possible. Okay, so I hope this helps, folks. Again, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. All right, folks, I'm looking forward to working with you. I've enjoyed reading your introductions to our first discussion topic. There'll be another discussion topic coming up soon. I look forward to talking with you about those things. So take care, peeps, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Let's now take a look at our e-learning site and sort of walk you through what's going on in e-learning. And then after that, we'll take a look at our online text so that you can have a look at that. Okay, great, thanks, and see you soon. Okay, so let's take a look at our e-learning site. Hi, I'm down here in the corner. Okay, so your e-learning homepage probably looks very different than mine, but any of the courses that you're enrolled in at Delta College should appear on your e-learning homepage. And I mean, obviously you're not going to be enrolled in two identical courses, but since I teach these two identical courses, they are, of course, on my homepage. But we're going to go with music appreciation. So once you click on that, you'll come up to our course homepage, and you can see here at the beginning, at the homepage, you have announcements, you have instructor info. This is that opening greeting that I gave some time ago, and welcome infomercial, so forth. So just some basic info on this particular homepage, and I just wanted to also show you that in the lower right hand corner of the page, you also have a course calendar. It shows upcoming events. You can minimize that, but I just leave mine expanded. I would advise you to do the same. This is showing you when things are due. So again, my advice is never wait until the last minute, but you can always refer to this to show you when things are specifically due. And as I said earlier in tonight's vid, this is e-learning. This is not your online text. So just be mindful of that as we go through these things. Okay, so at the top, you have some tabs: Course Home, which is where we are, Content, Grades, Activities, Communications, and of course you can reach the Help Desk. Let's first go to the Contents page. Here you can see you have the table of contents here, the course syllabus, the introductions, Section 1, 2, and midterm exams, Section 3 and Section 4, and the final exam. So there are 4 sections to this course, and each section has specifics We're going to talk about introductions in a moment. That's the discussion topic which many of you have already participated in. But let's just take a look at section 1, basic musical concepts, and notice how it says classes 1 through 6. All these modules are doing is describing for you what the basic musical concepts are, or sorry, describing for you what this particular section covers. And there are 6 classes to this section. Now we'll discuss more about that in a moment when we get to our online text. You look at all the section. This is just giving you a description of what you'll find in that section on your online text. Same thing with the midterm exam. Same thing with section 3, and so on. So hopefully that is helpful for you. You may look at this course schedule, but notice how this doesn't show you really anything until you click on the full schedule. When you click on the full schedule, it shows you when things are due. But notice how each one of these has a start and it has an end date. The end date and the due date are one and the same thing. So just make note of that. When you click on that course calendar, you want to go to the full schedule. This is going to show you what's coming up, and it's going to give you the time frame that you have to work in. So, for example, the first thing that you had to do was the introductions, the discussion topic, and notice how it ends on the 31st of this month. So you have quite a bit of time. So if you haven't done this yet, you still have some time to get it done. Notice how it has a due date of January 31st. So if we continue on through this, this is another discussion topic that'll be coming up. It's not quite open yet, so you're not going to be able to access this. You'll notice that none of that is highlighted. Section 1, however, you can access on your online text. You will note that, again, this says classes 1 through 6, but this is what I want you to take a look at. The due date is February 28th, and it already started on January 11th. So you've got quite a bit of time to finish these 6 classes and the assignments that are contained in there, and we'll take a look at those. And then here you have section 2. It's due February 28th. It has already started. This again is just to give you time to look through these various classes, as they're called, and to complete the assignments that are described then. And then of course we have the midterm, but that's not starting until March 5th. So I encourage you to scroll through these modules on our contents page and get a good look and a handle on the due dates. And the reason being is the due dates can sneak up on you folks really, really quickly. So please don't wait until the last minute. You've got all this time starting today, which is actually a week after classes began, and you've got lots of time just to sort of, explore, play through, look through these things and just sort of, find out where things are, but also to give yourself the opportunity to do the work. The next thing would be your grades. Grades are not set up yet, so you can't view those anyway, but all you would do is click on the grades tab, and it would come up to your individual grades. You can see here there's nothing recorded yet, but it has all of the stuff that you're going to be expected to do. You'll notice that in section 1 there's assessments, in section 2 there's assessments, and so forth. Those are what the assignments are, what you're going to be graded on. Again, we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Then the last thing is you can go to the activities tab and notice that you have a couple of things going on here. You have quizzes, calendars, checklists. You don't need to worry about anything under the activities tab except for discussions. When you go to the discussion topic list, you see first that you have one discussion topic only up right now. There will be others later. This first one is entitled Introductions. Many of you have already done this. You can see there's instructions right there in that paragraph above. You click on the introductions, and you'll notice how you've got a whole list of people that have posted and maybe posted a reply to you. If you've not already done this, obviously you need to post your own introduction, tell us something about yourself, and then you need to respond to 2 of your classmates. Or you could respond to my post, which you'll find somewhere in here. I'm not exactly, I think it's howdy. So it looks like I have a couple of people that have responded to me. So I will take a look at those at some point. So hopefully this gives you an idea of our e-learning site and how to navigate it. Now let's take a look at our e-learning site. So this is our e-learning, excuse me, I meant to say our online text site. Sorry folks, get a little confused there sometimes. This is our online text. You'll notice that it says C4 E-Link up here at the upper left-hand corner. If you have already registered your online text, and you should have done so by now, you will already have probably looked at this site. You put in your username and obviously your, yeah, thank you. Your password goes with this. And it may take a bit for the page to load. Sometimes their servers are a little bit slow. Now, obviously, unless you're taking more than one class with me that uses an online text, you are not going to have a choice of several textbooks to choose from. You are going to want the one associated with our course, which is, of course, Music Appreciation, or MUS 111, Section 801. So, let's click on that and we'll bring that up. Okay, so here we are. It does take some time. Sometimes, as I said, their servers sometimes run a little bit slow. So depending upon the time of day that you log on, if you experience really abnormal sign-in times, let me know and we'll see what we can do about that. But this is your opening page. What it's going to look like on Music Appreciation is the title of the online text. Now, there's all sorts of tools available to you here, but I just wanted you to note how this is laid out. You have a Getting Started section, which enables you to sort of preview the course and what it entails, and I encourage you to watch that. Then you have your sections, and there are a total of 4 sections to this course. But notice how each section has classes, class 29, class 30, and so forth, and they're all headed differently. So your first section, Basic Musical Concepts, if you click on that, and you go to section 1, for example, this is like the chapter heading in a paper textbook. So you can read through this, you can learn from it. You can also look over here that there are different things regarding a topic known as unity and variety. I encourage you to skim through all of these because you never know what's going to show up on a quiz or on an exam or on a written assignment. So again, I encourage you read through this this preamble if you were, and then let's talk about a couple of things. You'll notice these orange circles with arrows in them. These are just simply tools to get you from one spot to another. It's like turning a page. So if you click on the right one, it's going to go to the very next page, which happens to be the section on unity and variety. There is quite a bit of reading. There is also this ideology of listening when it comes to music appreciation. You'll notice here that you have some things given to you in the way of musical ideas or listening examples. If you click on this, And you can adjust the volume a little bit. So this is just giving you, like, for example, that was idea A. Then you can listen to idea B if you like. So again, you've got lots of wonderful little tools here at your disposal. Notice that anything that is highlighted, you click on it and it brings up a description, a definition. So I encourage you to take a look at these things. There's just a whole lot of helpful stuff. Now you have some things here regarding different musical styles and talking about listening guides and things like that. So it really is important for you to read. Here, for example, are two very important terms, polyphonic and homophonic. If you were to go to polyphonic, here you have a wonderful description, even a pronunciation guide.
Polyphonic.
Yeah, what about that? So try not to be insulted at the pronunciation guides, but you know, sometimes we don't know how to pronounce them. So I encourage you, you know, listen and look and read. And then we've got some passages to listen to. This passage happens to be from a work known as Messiah. And specifically, that's an oratorio. That's a large choral work with orchestra. So they're asking you to understand the difference between a polyphonic passage and a homophonic passage. That particular passage, polyphonic passage, has multiple entrances. Let's just listen a little bit more to this. I'm not sure why it won't let me rewind, but so that was the basses. Tenors just came in. Next will be the altos. And then eventually the sopranos will come in. There you go. So polyphonic just simply means more than one voice, okay? So, and then a homophonic passage is everyone singing together at the same time, at the same rhythm, and the same words. So, there you have a bit of a description of what's going on. And so when you talk about these sections, then you get to the end of the section and you have what's called an assessment. The assessment is like a quiz. It enables you to, you have one attempt. So you want to make sure that you go back. Don't just breeze through it like we did here in the span of, what was that, 5 minutes. Take the time to read what's going on before you jump ahead and try to do the assessment. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to, because this isn't costing me anything, we're going to go and take a look at what this assessment looks like. Notice it's set up multiple choice, okay? So this is saying to you, which of the following excerpts from See Here the Conquering Hero comes used loud dynamics. Now the term dynamics, you'll find out when you read the chapter, but dynamics has to do with how loud or how soft something is. There's many different types of dynamics, but in primary, that's what the word dynamics means, how loud or how soft. And so it's giving you two examples, which one they want to know, which one uses loud. Well, let's listen to example A. Now, we're just going to compare that to example B. So hopefully that has shown you those two examples, which one was loud, which one was soft. They're asking for the one that uses loud. I would say that that would be excerpt number A. So I would click on that and I would submit that. Okay, so you can also see here that it's told me I was correct. Excerpt A features loud dynamics. So it tells you right away what is correct, what is incorrect. Okay, but always remember, I do not grade you on correctness and exactness alone. I look at participation. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you to understand a little bit about navigation through our e-learning site and through our online text. As always, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions or any trouble, please shoot me an email. I will do my very best to get you fixed up. Thanks a lot, folks. I look forward to working with each of you.
I'm a sentimental sap, that's all. What's the use of trying not to fall? I have no will, you've made your kill, 'cause you took advantage of me. I'm just like an apple on a bough, and you're gonna